Hey, what's up guys, Phil here, and this is a review for the Google Nest Battery Video Doorbell. Thank you to Best Buy for sending me this product for free to try. In the box, you'll receive the doorbell camera, metal wall bracket, 20-degree wedge plate, USB-C charging cable, video recording decal, 2 plastic wall anchors, 2 rubber washers, 2 wood screws, 2 mounting screws, removal tool, wire harness for optional hardwire installation, and a quick start card. The quick start instructions are to plug in the doorbell to charge, download the Google Home app to a mobile device, then scan the QR code on the card for your specific device, as it contains its serial number. You can also watch Google's installation video at the URL at the bottom, but I'll go through it with you a little later. This is the video doorbell. It measures 6¼ inches tall, 1¾ inches wide, and 1 inch thick, and weighs about 7 ounces. At the top, you have the head-to-toe HD camera lens with LED indicator and pinhole mic. Then at the bottom, you have the doorbell button with LED ring around it. On the back of the device is the release button, USB-C charging port, screw terminals if hardwiring, which would be used with the included wire harness, registration QR code, and a metal mounting post. When installing the unit on the bracket, the metal post will go into the hole at the bottom. Then you'll slide the doorbell down so that the post latches onto the bracket like so. You'll notice that the release button at the top clicks into the small hole. The removal tool, when inserted into the slot at the top, releases the catch button so the doorbell can be lifted up off the bracket. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is plug the device in to charge, and it'll power on when you do so with a tone, and the status light on the front will start pulsing white. It'll take about 5 hours to fully charge. Next, open the Google Home app and go to Add a Device, which has since been moved to the Devices tab. Choose New or Google Nest or Partner Device, select your home or create one, and when asked what you're setting up, select Doorbell. Then choose Nest Doorbell Battery. Now, scan the QR code on the back of the device or on the Quick Start card and proceed through the next few screens to connect the device to your account. Select your home Wi-Fi network and enter its password. Select the location for the device, and if there are any updates that are needed, they'll be downloaded and installed automatically. You can select battery power or choose to hardwire the device. If using battery only, you'll need to take the doorbell down and bring it inside to charge every couple of months depending on usage. Alternatively, there are solar panel chargers for this doorbell that can keep the unit charged and powered. If you do hardwire this device, you'll need to make sure the transformer the wiring is connected to has a voltage of 8 to 24 VAC and power of 10 to 40 VA at 50 to 60 Hz. For mounting the doorbell, you'll need a drill and a Phillips screwdriver. You'll want to install the unit about 4 feet off the ground, which happens to be exactly at the level of my old doorbell. I've connected the wire harness to the old doorbell's wiring, and I'm using the wood screws to attach the wall bracket to the frame around the door. Now I'll attach the 2 spade connectors onto the screw terminals at the back of the doorbell, and it doesn't matter which one goes to which. Now, place the mounting post into the lower hole on the bracket, as I showed you earlier, press the doorbell flat against the bracket, and slide it down until it clicks. You'll notice here I've placed a bit of painter's tape over the lens to protect it during installation and prevent accidental scratches, so I'll remove that now. In the Google Home app, you can view the doorbell's live video with audio and communicate with someone in front of it. Changing and customizing the settings for the doorbell is fairly straightforward. In the app, you can check on the device's battery life, though if it's hardwired, you'll see an infinity symbol instead. When the doorbell button is pressed, the device makes an audible chime from its built-in speaker. If you have Google smart speakers or displays in your home, they can play a chime or display the camera's video feed. However, since we use Amazon Alexa, this was not an option, so I only get push notifications from the doorbell on my phone. As an alternative, you can connect an inline wired chime, like this Honeywell Series 9, and pressing the button on the doorbell will trigger that chime. Check out my other video in the info bubble above for a tutorial on how to set that up. The LED around the button will light up and it'll start recording a video clip.
That he's saying hi. Did you see those 12-foot ones are now like a huge thing?
No.
Those 12-foot tall skeletons?
The video footage is clear and crisp, with plenty of detail at 960 by 1280p, and the viewing angle is wide with a 160-degree field of view. The audio picked up from the doorbell is also quite good.
Yes.
With decent volume. However, when speaking through the mic in the app, "Hello, who's there?"
Hello? Thanks.
Sometimes the audio gets garbled or clipped, so sometimes it's hard for your visitor or guest to hear you. You can opt instead to respond to doorbell rings with a scripted message.
Hi there. You can just leave it. Thanks.
Note, however, that if you don't have a Nest Aware Plus subscription, you can only see recordings of events that have occurred within the past 3 hours. During that time, you can download the video clip, but if you miss that window, the clip will no longer be accessible. A Nest Aware subscription also adds benefits like a longer event history period, familiar faces recognition, allowing your Google devices to announce your visitors' names, sound detection like glass breaking or smoke alarms, and emergency calling to 911. However, this doorbell camera cannot perform 24/7 recording to capture non-event footage like a security camera, even if you choose to hardwire the unit and get a Nest Aware subscription, as they're only triggered by motion events or doorbell presses. At night, the infrared LEDs make the video grayscale. However, I found that brightness and contrast as well as details are still quite good. If the camera loses its Wi-Fi connection or can't reach the internet, it has enough onboard storage for 1 hour's worth of footage. I do like that you can select intelligent motion detection options for specific types of events, like people, vehicles, animals, or packages versus general motion. And you can also define multiple detection zones within the camera's view for specific event activity, allowing you to customize the alert settings for each one separately. You can also manually trigger a recording by activating the microphone to start a two-way conversation. Overall, I like the features of the Google Nest Doorbell battery, from the high-quality video and audio capture to event recording and push notifications. You have the flexibility for a wired or battery installation, which only takes about 15 minutes. And if you're already using Google smart home devices, they can all function as chimes. Or you can use an inline wired chime like me. However, if you're not a paid subscriber, the event history review period is only 3 hours. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.